So I've been talking for a bit over the past few weeks about the challenge of positioning, or the lack of positioning, I would say. And I want to talk about another topic that is a really big one that hiring companies are looking for, and that's impact. And one of the mistakes that I see is that people will list their skills or their qualification or their credentials or their strengths, and then they'll stop there. And so that's great to have it as a key word on an interview, but most definitely in the interview process, and I would also say on your LinkedIn profile, especially in the About section, you want to be able to talk about what the outcome or the impact was of that strength that you have. So if you are a customer first leader and and that is absolutely a core strength of yours, is that you're always focused on the customer first. Well, what's the quantifiable impact of that? Does that mean that you've generated more revenue? Does that mean that you've increased customer loyalty? Does that mean that you've grown market share because of this strength? So make sure that you think about all your strengths that you're talking about and what's listed on your LinkedIn and what's listed on your resume and in your job applications, and make sure that you're ready to speak about the quantifiable impact of that work. So if you are an outstanding strategic leader, then as a result of that strategy and that strategic thinking, does that mean that you've been able to build the organization quicker? Does that mean that you've been able to get to market quicker? So when you think about what's the actual measurable impact of the work that you've done, give that some thought, give that some reflection. Make sure that you're mapping that correlation from strengths to actual impact and the quantifiable value of that impact. And make sure that you're talking about that piece as you go into the networking and as you go into the interview conversation. That is a really, really big skill in terms of you differentiating yourself and you being able to provide what I like to say proof to the hiring manager of what they can expect of you. And so one of my favorite sayings is that your job as a candidate is to instill the highest level of certainty in the mind of the hiring manager. And this ability to translate skills or strengths into actual quantifiable impact is an outstanding way of accomplishing that. So get busy, define your impact, and let us know what you've come up with.